Hi everyone. Today's lesson is going to be about the interior angles of polygons. So we'll just take some notes here. You should have these out in front of you, either on paper that you printed out, or you can do this also online. So reviewing some vocabulary from middle school. A polygon is a closed figure formed by 3 or more line segments called sides. And then the interior angle sum formula. So sum is important. If n represents the number of sides of a polygon, then the sum of the interior angle S can be found using the formula S equals n minus 2 times 180. So again, S is the sum of the interior angles, and n is the number of sides. So all we do to find the sum is take the number of sides and subtract that by 2 and multiply that difference by 180. So we'll do a couple practice problems. The diagram shows a convex polygon. So here we have a triangle. So in a triangle, we know that n equals 3. It has 1, 2, 3 sides. What is the sum of the interior angle measures of this polygon? So we should already know that that's 180 degrees from prior knowledge. We did a couple of chapters all of that, but we'll show you why it works. So using this formula, S equals n minus 2 times 180. I'll plug in 3 for n. So that's 1 times 180, which is 180 degrees. So the interior relegated sum of the angles is 180 degrees. Okay, let's look at number 2, a little different. Look at this convex polygon. How many triangles are formed by drawing all the diagonals from a single vertex? It doesn't matter what vertex you pick as long as you pick one. So let's try. We'll all start from here. So this would be 1, 2, 3 lines that I make. So then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would form 4 triangles. The reason that this question is coming up is because this could be helpful. If you see it, you can split it into the number of triangles. And then to find the sum, I would do 180 plus 180 plus 180 plus 180. Or it would be 180 times 4. So that's why a question like this could come up and why it could be helpful. All right, the diagram shows a convex polygon. What is the sum of the interior angle measures of this polygon? So I'm counting the number of sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, n equals 4. That's also known as a quadrilateral. Quad meaning 4. So I'm using my same formula. So S equals 4 minus 2 times 180. So that's 2 times 180. Multiply that to get 360. So S equals 360 degrees. And again, you could split that up into 1, 2 triangles. So that's where the significance of that 2 comes from also. All right, and then here we have another convex polygon. And we want to know the sum of the interior angle measures. So we just need to count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 sides. It's also an octagon. And then just use our same formula. N minus 2 times 180. So that's 8 minus 2 times 180. 6 times 180, which I need my calculator for. 1080. So S equals 1080 degrees. So that just means in this whole polygon, if I add all of these angles together, that would add to a total of 1080 degrees. So cool. All right, another. I don't think we do these first. We're wilding out right now. That is distracting. A regular polygon is a polygon in which all side measures are congruent, therefore all angle measures are congruent. So we'll use that to find these different angle measures that we need here. So here, this diagram shows a regular polygon. So again, I know that n equals 4. So what I need to do first, so since I want to find the value of x, first I need to figure out how many degrees are in here total. So we already did one like this, and we know that that's 360 degrees. So that's any quadrilateral. Any polygon with 4 sides, the sum of the interior angles is going to be 360. So the way that we find each angle measure, if it's a regular polygon, we do 360 divided by n. So in this case, that's 360 divided by 4, which is 90 degrees. That makes sense because if this was a regular polygon, each of those sides would be congruent, and then each of these angles would be right. And then that would make that a square. And that's cool. All right, so let's do this one the long way by finding the sum of the interior angles and then dividing. So let's count the sides. 1, 2, 9. So n equals 9. So first I need to find the sum. So that's n minus 2 times 180. So that's 9 minus 2 times 180. How do you use on the board? 7 times 180 is 1260. So that's the sum of the whole thing. But since I want to find the value of x here, and I know each of these angles is congruent since it's a regular polygon, I'm going to take 1260 and divide it by n, which in this case is going to be divided by 9. When I do that, I get 140. So each of these angles is 140. That makes sense. It's obtuse, but it's less than a straight line. All right, and finally, a little algebra. So this diagram shows a convex polygon, and we want to know what is the value of b. So first I need to figure out what the sum is. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know that n equals 5, and I need to find the sum of the interior angles. So this is a pentagon. No, I don't need to write that. Oh, cool. So that's 5 minus 2 times 180, which is 3 times 180, which I think is 540. Yeah. So this is 540 degrees inside. So that means if I add all of these 5 angles up, it has to equal 540. So now that's what I'm going to do. So I have 139 plus b plus 4b plus 105 plus 3b equals 540. So we've done this before with triangles, adding the three angles together and setting them equal to 180. This is the same idea, except first I need to figure out the sum of the interior angles by using that new formula. And now I'm just adding up those angles and setting it equal to that sum. So I can combine like terms. So my b terms, b plus 4b plus 3b. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 139 plus 105 is 244. And now I solve my equation by getting the constancy on the other side. It leaves me with 8b on the left and 296 on the right. Divide both sides by 8. And then I get the value of b is 37. All right. Beautiful job. Good work. Your IXL that you'll do for this assignment then is going to be G2. And as always, we would like for you to get an 80% or higher on that. So reach out if you have any questions. Let us know what you need. Good luck, great job, and